Hi, thanks for checking out this video. This is going to be, I've already kind of started on this unit here a week or so ago. I had to wait on a part to get here because this is on a Gallagher M1100. It's one of the newer models. This got hit by lightning, and you can see in the case where it kind of scorched it up. You can kind of see the discoloration of one of the black stuff, burning on it, and it kind of spewed onto the case. I don't get very many of these newer Gallagher units in. They seem to be pretty well built, but lightning got a hold of it, so it was under warranty, so we sent the board in to Gallagher. They warrantied it out, sent me back a brand new board to install for them. So this is the new board for this M1100. Pretty fancy board, a lot going on. I like the way it's laid out. Everything's pretty clean. Everything's all in its own little spot where it goes. It's pretty well thought out board. I really like the look of it. Pretty nice setup. All right, well, we're going to install this board and everything. This is the only, maybe the second one of these newer Gallagher units that we've ever gotten in the last 2 or 3 years that they've been around. And both of them were from lightning getting into them. So we are set up for warranty Gallagher stuff. We don't get very many warranty Gallaghers in, but we are set up to do that. So if you've got a Gallagher unit that is under warranty and it's been hit by lightning or whatever, we can get you fixed up and taken care of. Everything's all labeled where it goes, so you really can't mess this up. They made it pretty dummy proof to work on. The only thing is you have to have a special tool to get them apart. They're not they're UL listed units. Right there, UL listed, so you have to have a special tool to get the screws out of them, because UL people make any brand that's UL listed has to have some kind of tamper-proof Torx or some kind of non-Phillips screw in it, basically. So they'll have a Torx or a tamper-proof Torx, or some of them even had a tri-wing tool, a tri-wing screw in them, which is a really odd screw. But the M1500 and M1100 share the same case as this one. They have got different boards. I think they got an extra capacitor. Sits right here for the M1500, I believe. And I think they share the same transformer. I have to look at my parts book and see, but I think this one's basically done. I think the transformer's good. The transformers hardly ever go bad on most Gallagher units. So we're gonna plug this in over here where it needs to go. Plug this in over here. Alright, and this slips up underneath like this. And we'll put the screws in it. It's 2018 unit, so I think Gallagher launched these in 2018, so it's probably one of the first version units of this model. If lightning got a hold of it, if lightning had messed with it, it'd probably still be running. Alright, so we're going to plug it in, and I think there's I don't think there's a light over here on this. I think it's all over here. A little row of lights, little red, green, and yellow lights on it. Oops, plug it in there. I gotta get into a better outlet, so that will actually hold it. There it goes. We'll probably hold on to that one just because it's pretty close. All right, when I first plugged that in, you can see how it gradually built up the charge. Like every pulse, it kind of went up a couple more notches on here. Let me turn it off, let it settle down for a second. We'll do it over again. All right, turn this light off so we get rid of the glare. These are adaptive output units, adaptive control. I think that's what Gallagher calls them. Basically, it adapts the output gradually to what it feels on the hooked up to it. So you can hook up a small fence to a big unit like this, and you don't have to worry about it overheating or having problems on the inside because it only puts out what it feels. Watch when I first flip the switch on my power strip. It'll light up like 2 or 3 lights. The next click it lights up another light, and the next click it lights up the last light, I think. See, so that's how it's adapting it up gradually. So that's why I like about these 11 joule and bigger on the Gallagher stuff is they're all adaptive control units, so they adapt their output to the fence conditions. So they don't have hardly any overheating problems that a lot of brands have in this size and bigger range. A lot of brands, Gallagher's been doing that adaptive control stuff for like 35 years, since the probably late 80s, on their big units. And they've, in the last 5 years, they've started incorporating it into their mid-range and bigger units. So that allows the unit to run a lot cooler on the side, not running basically full tilt all the time. And if you got too big of a unit on too small of a fence, which is what some brands have trouble with, people want to buy a 100-mile charger, and put it on like a mile of fence, and then they have way too much charger for the size, and the energizer can't get rid of all of its energy, so all the excess gets stuck inside and things warm up, and over time it overheats. These don't have that problem. They adapt their output to what it feels it needs to. So if it feels it only needs to put out 20% of its power, that's all it's going to output until something touches it, whether it's a grass on the fence, an animal touching the fence, or a person touching the fence. It doesn't matter. Just feels something between fence and ground, and it feels that it adapts its output up, and to be a higher joules to shock the fence harder. Then once the problem goes away, where it kills the grass on the fence some and dries it out some, it lowers its output back down, so it's not running full tilt all the time. So I really like these units. So if you're ever looking for one, we don't sell them, but if you're ever looking for a good brand and you want a big charger for small fence kind of setup, you can look at a Gallagher M1100 or bigger. You can put on. This is probably made for 250 acres, probably, I would guess, on a multi-wire fence. With some grass on it, but you could put them on 40 acres and be just fine, or 25 acres be just fine, because it's not going to have to worry about overheating and having those problems that some other brands do. So this one, excluding lightning, they run for a long time. So there's our information right there. You can hit us up and send something in for us. We do warranty repairs on some brands. We don't get a lot of warranty stuff in from most brands. I think most of the warranty stuff goes back to the manufacturer, but we don't get a lot of warranty stuff in over most times. So we'll test this output real quick and see what kind of voltage we get. I put the capacitor over there earlier. Transformer. I took them all out. I pulled those transformer capacitors out. And 10,000 volts out of this thing. See what kind of spark it throws. And it might start a smaller spark and gradually get a little bit bigger. Let's go ground the fence. So a nice hot shock off of the thing. So good quality unit. I mean, you pay more for a Gallagher, but you get a lot better quality unit. So hopefully you like this video, and if you got a Gallagher M1100 and need to get it worked on, we'd be happy to take a look at it for you. We do free. If it, in the future you got one of these things that goes out of warranty, they can be fixed. They're not throwaway units. I mean, they're $400 a unit, give or take. $350 maybe if you're lucky to find one that cheap. But they're about $350, $4.25. I think what these things are going for, I would guess. So we've never had a quote for one because they haven't been out long enough to be out of warranty yet. But I think starting probably next year, the year after, they're going to start gradually getting out of warranty if lightning hits them or whatever. But I haven't seen any come back yet that have had any kind of malfunctions of their own doing. It's always lightning related. I've never seen one go bad just for the hell of it. So we'll do another video at some point in time, but I'd like to subscribe to the channel and like the video, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate it. And until next time, see you later.